The great pharaoh Anubis. Look at this graph! A large amount of you who watch my videos aren't subscribed, so if you do enjoy the video and you want to help me out, please do click that nice red subscribe button down below. It's totally free and you can always unsubscribe later if you want. Thank you. Good day everyone and welcome back to another Minecraft mod showcase, where today we're going to be checking out the Atum 2 or Atum 2 mod, depends whichever way you want to say it. I like to say Atum just because it's just more convenient to me, and it's spelled A-T-U-M, whatever. Anyway, so basically this mod adds in a whole new dimension with like desert themed stuff. So we got like pyramids, we got tombs, we got mummies, we got a bunch of stuff, so let's just go check it out. And if you guys have any suggestions for mod showcases I should do, please do leave a comment down below suggesting which mod you'd like me to check out. Alright, so it goes without saying, the first thing you'll want to do is make the portal for this dimension. So to make the portal, it's going to be 5 sandstone blocks in a 5x5 grid like this, or 25 sandstone blocks in a 5x5 grid like this at the bottom as the base platform. And then you want to surround the outer sides with more sandstone, and then go up 2 more on each of the 4 corners, and then you're going to fill that with water, just like so, right here. And then once you have that done, what you want to do is you want to craft this, which is the scarab. And to craft this, it's 3 gold ingots and 1 diamond. Don't worry about these recipes. These recipes are only obtainable once you go to the dimensions, so you'll have to use this one to start off anyway. So once you make that, you want to take your scarab and you want to toss it into the water. And boom! There we go. Our portal is now lit and we can go into the dimension. And here we are. This is the Atum, and as you can tell, it's a super sandy, like deserty, barren wasteland of a dimension, and there's not much visibility at all. Like, I have my render distance set at 12 chunks right now, and you can't really see much at all. It's just a lot of like desert sand, and yeah, it just looks really, really cool and ambient. I love the fog, or the sandstorm thingy. It's really cool. So before I get started into the showcase, I'm actually going to put on something just to give you a bit more visibility. So you guys can see a bit more of the landscape and stuff. So this is an artifact that you can get by looting the different temples and pyramids. So yeah, basically this is what it looks like. It's just a massive wasteland, as I was saying. It's really barren, but there is a lot of like marauders and stuff. Like there's little tribes of guys over there. There's like assassins and things. It's really, really cool. There's also camels, as you can see. So yeah, we're going to start off anyway by looking at these. So regular ores do also generate in this mod. They generate underground normally. And also 2 new ores, so you can get all the base stuff like normal pretty much. The emerald generates in the mountain biomes, which we are in right now, and all the other ores generate normally, so that's fine. You can go find ores for yourself. You can also harvest trees like that. They're pretty rare, but you can harvest them in order to get wood if you're desperate. Like there's trees there and there. They're obviously pretty rare in this biome anyway, but there's like 9 biomes in this mod, and some of them have a lot more trees than others. So then there's 2 new ores over here. So we've got bone ore and we've got relic ore, and these can be used to craft different various things in the mod. So for example, when you mine the bone ore, you can get rusty bones, or dirty bones. I can't remember what it's called, dusty bones in between, but basically you can get dusty bones, and then you can use these dusty bones to tame wolves. So this is a desert wolf, and they spawn in the mountainous biomes, I believe, like the one we're in right now. And then camels are the other mob that generates, and also rabbits, desert rabbits, will spawn too, but camels mainly generate in like lower land biomes and oasis biomes, I believe. So yeah, but basically to tame a desert wolf, you want to grab yourself some dusty bones. So when you first meet them in the world, they're hostile straight away. So with regular wolves in Minecraft, they're neutral. They don't attack you until you attack them first. But with these guys, they're hostile. They spawn in hostile. So once you give them 1 bone, they leave their hostile mode like that, and then you can keep clicking them with bones, and then eventually you can tame them. So now this guy is tamed to us, and I already tamed one over here earlier, and what you can do is you can grab some wolf armor if you find it in a temple or a pyramid or whatever, and you can hold shift and right click on the wolf to open its interface, and you can put on the wolf armor. So now you've got a little buddy who has armor, and it looks pretty cool. And moving on over here, we've got camels. So camels are like a balance between horses and llamas in regular Minecraft. They're really, 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 really cool. So to tame them, you'll actually need to tame them, you have to hop on their back, the same way you would do with a regular horse. So I'll get a fresh one here. Those guys are so loud. Okay, I'm going to go over here to do this because those guys are insanely loud. So to tame them, you just want to hop on their back a bunch of times like you do with a regular horse until eventually it becomes tame to you. Like, oh, wow, that was really quick. That was really quick, actually. And then once you tame them, you can't actually steer where they're going. So you have to press E. And as you can see, there's an interface here. And in the interface, there's a space for a saddle, camel armor, and a carpet, and also 2 crates. So crates, I will show you over here. Crates basically can be crafted like so, just using 8 of any kind of wood that you find plank wise in the world. So like, for example, it would be planks of that tree or planks of that tree, whatever planks you can find, you can make a crate out of pretty much. I'm going to kill those guys real quick. So yeah, once you craft your crate, you can then place it in the camel. You can place 2 of them in the camel like so, and that'll give you extra inventory slots. So it gives you 12 slots for every crate that you put in, so you can get a total of 24 slots. I can also put on the camel armor, which you also find in pyramid, dungeon chest, that kind of stuff. And you can also put on a piece of carpet, and that'll give it a nice little color. So we can get a different color carpet if we want. Let's just say like magenta or something. I'll put it on this guy, and we can put that on. And this is, oh, it looks so cool. It looks great. And a really, really, really cool feature of this mod is, basically, if you put 2 pieces of carpet the same color on 2 different camels, what you can do is, if you're riding one camel, I can't really show it off properly here. I have to break this, I think. If you're riding one camel that has a, like, say, for example, a green carpet, and you put a piece of green carpet on the other camel will then follow you. You can do this with as many camels as you want, and you can make a caravan of camels that will follow you. Like, how cool is that? That is so sick. And if you wanted to stop following you, all you have to do is take the carpet off. So, yeah. That's so sick. I really like that feature. Please get back in. And you can also instantly breed camels using golden dates. So if you are struggling to tame a camel or something, and you happen to have a golden date, which you can get from, I think, Oasis biomes, you can just right click it once with the golden date and it'll instantly tame to you. And you can also breed camels using regular dates. So if you right click him, and boom, out pops a baby camel, which is basically the way that you can breed them. All right, and moving on. So in here, we've got some of the nicer artifacts. I'm not going to show off everything, because if we take a look into the creative inventory here, I'll show you like a quick list of the artifacts. Look how many there are. Like, what? There are so many artifacts. I won't show them all off because a lot of them are very similar anyway, and I'll leave you to explore that for yourself. So you can get all of them pretty much just by exploring in different dungeons. There's very few actual crafting recipes in this mod. It's more exploring. So these are 2 of the best armor sets that you can get. So you got the body of, or the armor of Ra, and you've got the armor of Atum or Atum. So basically, the halo of Ra, it's called, it's the helmet, but it says halo. So it gives you radiant fury, so ignites foes that hit you. So if a mob were to hit me, they would be set on fire. That's why it's such a good piece of armor to have. And they also have the body of Ra, which makes you take no damage from fire, so you can swim in lava or whatever it is without taking any damage. Then you have the legs of Ra, which give you radiance guidance, which has increased run speed, which is really good. It's like permanent speed basically. And then feet of Ra give you the ability to walk on top of lava. So it works the same way as Frostwalker does on water, but you can just do that on lava. So that's really cool. Okay, so as you can see, we have the armor put on right now. And if we walk over to this lava here, it will turn to, this is called Ra Stone. I can't pick it up or like select it because it's only temporary. It breaks the same way as ice does when you walk over water with Frostwalker in regular vanilla Minecraft. So yeah, you can basically walk over lava with this. This one's running, that's why it's not turning to stone. But yeah, you can walk over lava, which is super cool. Also, you won't actually take damage from lava in survival because of the chest plate, which is so sick as well. And the helmet ignites foes that hit you, and also the boots. And the boots, as we said, allow you to walk over lava, and then the legs finally give you increased run speed. So as you can see, I'm moving a bit faster, and we also get this really cool particle trail coming off of us because of the legs. And then there's a set of Atum or Atum, and this basically, as we checked the helmet already, it gives you night vision, so you can pretty much see everything in the dark, and you can also see a lot further in the Atum. So like this is without the helmet, and this is with the helmet. Obviously, you can see a lot more with it on. So yeah, it's definitely something that you really want to have. Then there's the body, and the body gives you divine protection, so it halves the damage that you take from undead. This is especially useful if you're fighting a pharaoh, for example, because those guys do a lot of damage because they're like the bosses of the mod. And then there's the legs, which give you increased movement speed. So again, the same thing as the Ra set. This will give you extra speed. And then there's the feet, which means that you take no knockback. So these are insane. Like, no knockback is crazy good. So yeah, this is what the whole set looks like together. It looks really, really cool. And yeah, it's probably the best set, I would say. I think it's a bit better than the raw set. Oh, also, I meant to say one thing I just noticed with the camels. Basically, the camels don't actually have a way to jump. I'm pressing spacebar right now. Camels can't actually jump, but they can, however, walk up a fence tall set of stairs or whatever, like a block. It can walk up the equivalent of a fence pretty much, so it can go up like a block and a half at a time in terms of walking. So you know how like a horse can walk up a block without jumping, a camel can do the same thing but just like with a fence tall basically, so a block and a half of height. Okay, so that's some of the basics done for the mod. As you can see, like I'll just show you like quickly that there are different types of kind of guys that walk around like randomly in the daytime. So this guy's a sergeant. He has a lot of health. Obviously, he's got armor and shield and stuff. Another sergeant there. This guy's a brigand. He's a little bit less HP and not quite as strong as a sergeant. But there's like a bunch of different variants of them. There's also ones that don't have any armor, and they're just called like nomads. These guys right here. He's carrying a bow. He's carrying a bow. Yeah, there's a couple of different ones, and there's assassins too and stuff. So now let's check out some of the structures, because these are actually like really, really nice structures. So the first one we're checking out is the Giraffi tomb, or Giraffi tomb. I don't know how to pronounce that. But yeah, this is what it looks like basically on the outside. It's like it kind of looks like a giraffe even. So yeah, that's what that is. I guess that's where it gets the name from. So this biome actually over here is called the Deadwood Forest. So this is where you would get a lot of wood actually. If you were really stuck for wood in the mod, this is a great place to get wood, definitely 100%. And this regular area over here is called the Sand Plains, and where we were earlier is called like the Sand Mountains or something like that. So yeah, and then this is like a really small structure here. This is just a ruin, I think, like a really, really basic one where mobs can spawn, but because it's daytime, I don't think they will spawn even. So yeah, that's that. And then we'll go over to this one here. So this is the main structure. Actually, I just spotted another structure over here randomly. So this is, I don't know what this one is even called. I think this one's just another ruin, right? A lot of them are just called ruin in the actual config thingy. So that's, form 2, that's pretty good. So this is just like a small little hut thing. There's a pyramid beside this too. Wow, this is a good spawn area. But yeah, this is just where those guys will spawn, the nomads, out of those little structures. But anyway, I'm getting too sidetracked. Alright, so this is the Giraffi tomb. And basically, this is what it looks like when you first get to it. So you have to open these. These are basically like the doors in the Atum. And because we have night vision on, we can see this pretty well. But if we didn't, we can't see anything really. So I'm going to leave that on for now. As you can see, it says, "Here lies Giraffi, worked to death. He will be missed and replaced." So this is basically how you can summon in a pharaoh. This sarcophagus here is how you summon the pharaoh. So you have to grab a flint and steel basically. So these things on the outside are called royal torches, and the way there's also loot on the outside, by the way, some dirty coins and stuff. It's okay loot. The dusty bones can be useful, I guess. Don't mind this. It's just Easter egg stuff, I think. So yeah. Anyway, so to light these torches, you'll need a regular flint. Oh, it's sandstorming. Nice. So that's one of the weather effects in this dimension. So to actually summon the pharaoh, you have to ignite these torches on the outside. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I guess with this one you don't actually have to summon in the pharaoh. You can just open the sarcophagus straight away. Okay, that's fine. That definitely works. Okay, so yeah, in here there's some of the best loot. So sarcophagus contain the best loot in the mod. So if you find one of these things, definitely crack it open, because it has some good stuff. So you have the Idol of Labor, got some camel armor, the Seth Sting, whatever that is. It's a type of weapon, obviously, and some other stuff. But you can usually get some better stuff in the pyramid ones. So this one isn't as good, but yeah, it's still pretty decent. So this is basically the Giraffi tomb, and it is sandstorming like crazy right now. This is so cool, actually. That's really nice. I like that. That's a really nice effect. And so the next one we're checking out is the Lighthouse, and this is what the lighthouse looks like. It's basically just like a massive tower with like a beacon thing coming out of the top. So yeah, and inside the lighthouse are these guys, and these are sun speakers, and these guys actually will trade with you for different food items mainly. So this guy trades gold coins for dates and emmer bread, so it's not totally worth it, I don't think, but yeah, it's whatever. And this guy trades for palm saplings. I guess that's okay. But yeah, their trades are not the best, obviously, as you can see. Like, he trades for a sunflower. Are you kidding me with this? And there's also going to be chests up here. So this is a short bow with infinity. That's really, really good right there. That's a really good piece of loot. And there's also some wolf armor, desert boots, some enchanted books. It's decent. It's decent. We can go up again. And in the very top level, there's another one of these guys. And there's also this thing here. So this is like the beacon, but it's okay. Yeah, this is the heart. Okay. So yeah, when you break this, it drops the heart of Ra, and you can basically use this to craft a radiant beacon, and that will give you some good effects in the mod too. So yeah, you want to break this thing when you find it, pretty much. I don't think they'll get mad at you if you break it. So if you find this, then definitely do break it and get the heart of Ra. And the next structure is the pyramid, and this is the main structure of the mod. So this is what it looks like when you find it in the overworld, or on the surface, I should say. And you can't actually, there's no like actual way to get into it, so you have to break through with a pickaxe. Probably it's kind of the only way. So then you'll come in here to the top part, and there'll be a bunch of spawners, and these summon, I think, mummies. Yeah, these summon mummies. There's also a chest which has some pretty good loot. So we got a scepter, we got a desert chestplate, some camel armor there. It's actually okay loot, to be fair. And then you can either go down here, or you can go over here. And also there's like unlit torches all around the sides, so if you want to keep it lit up and like stop stuff from spawning in, or just be able to see yourself, because remember, without this on, I wouldn't be able to see much at all. Like, this is very hard to see right now, so it's definitely recommended that you light up the place if you have a flint and steel. Oh, okay, so this is actually supposed to be an entrance here, so I'm pretty sure you're able to okay, so this would usually generate like half underground, half above ground, I think. So this will be the main entrance, but this one just generated weird, I guess. Anyway, so you come in here and you probably would want to break the spawners or whatever and do some looting. Up to you. And I'm going to put the helmet back on so you guys can see. Then you go down the ladder here, and you can either go left or right. There's also going to be a bunch of traps on the floor too. So be careful. And over here you can see there's a trap. I think there's a trap there, and there's a trap here as well. So just be careful of these things, because this, I don't know what one this was, but this is a fire one. This is definitely a fire one. But you can see like a list of them here. So these are the different traps right here. So you got your burning trap, you got a poison trap, tar trap, smoke trap, arrow trap. So these will be all scattered around the pyramid, so just be careful when you're going through that you don't get hit by those, because a lot of them can hurt quite a decent amount. So yeah, but the main thing is that you want to navigate through the pyramid maze, and I'm just going to speed this up a bit because it could take a while. So go into spectator here. So once you go through the maze, you can pretty much, like, there's 2 levels to it, so you have to go through the top level and find your way down to the second level. And there's also like a bunch of rooms that have some really good loot, like these ones, for example. And there's ones from the far side too. There's also these things. So these are called bone storms. And yeah, you don't want to get on the wrong side of these, because they're basically blazes but just on steroids. So as you can see, there's a bunch of different loot rooms. They're kind of well hidden, so you have to be like careful about like keeping an eye out for these doors. But yeah, there's some decent loot, but some of them don't have great stuff. So this is actually a map of the pyramid, which is perfect. So this actually shows you on the surface where this pyramid is. So if you did find this in a different dungeon, for example, it would then give you a way to get to this pyramid. It would give you a way to find this pyramid in the first place, but because you already found it, it kind of defeats the purpose. So yeah, it's whatever anyway. So once you're done like looting around the different rooms and stuff, you come to the end of this hallway, and you can come into this room, and this is where the pharaoh is sleeping, and this is where the sarcophagus is. So if you right click the sarcophagus, the pharaoh turns over in the sarcophagus, so he won't wake up straight away. So what you need to do is you need to place 4 royal torches around on these what are they called again, the chiseled limestone bricks around the sarcophagus, like so. And then you want to get your flint and steel and light them, and now if you right click, the pharaoh will be summoned in. So there's actually like 12 different, I think, variants of pharaoh, so you can get like a bunch of different pharaoh types. So we can spawn another one here. So this is a red one. This is a kind of, I don't know, a dead one. There's a green one here, so they look really, really cool. And there's different types of each one, so it's very sick. And so the pharaohs actually do have a bit of regen. They also have 300 health, so they're pretty nuts. So what you want to do is you want to try to kill them as fast as possible, obviously. And then once you do, you're able to loot their sarcophagus. But you can't loot it until you've actually killed the pharaoh who you summoned in from the sarcophagus. So that's this guy over here. So we have to kill him, and then we'll be able to check out the sarcophagus. And there we go. It says in chat once you kill them, and also you get an achievement called Kingslayer once you kill that pharaoh. So now that tomb should be open, or the sarcophagus should be open. So if we go back down to wherever that was, in here, we can right click. Why is this not opening? Okay. Oh my god. So I just gave myself what's it called? I gave myself strength, so I could just kill these guys really fast. Where's the last one? Where's the green one? There he is. Come here, you. There we go. Okay, so that's all 4 of the pharaohs dead. Now I can open the chest, and inside this is a lot of good loot. Well, this actually wasn't a great loot, but you can get a lot better stuff. So this is one of the best weapons in the mod, I believe. There's also a gold chestplate here, I guess, which is pretty okay. Honestly, this loot isn't great, but you can get a lot better loot from this. Trust me, you can get some of the best stuff in the mod just from looting the sarcophagus. So that was the pyramid. Next, we're moving on to the tomb. And the tomb looks like this. It's just a very simple structure that actually spawns underground. So if we go into game mode spectator, we can see it's just literally a box that spawns down under. So it works the same way as like just like a regular monster spawner that spawns like a little dungeon thingy underground. You like the moss cobble, that kind of structure. That's what this is, basically the equivalent of in the Atum. So in here we got a limestone shovel. We got pile of fertile soil, dusty bones. Not great loot. There'll also be 2 spawners here. So if you want to farm some XP, I guess this is a good way to do it. But there are definitely easier ways, I would say. Also, these guys spawn in the Forsaken, and they'll drop bones if you kill them. And finally, we've got the ruins structure. And where is this again? Here it is. So this is just the really basic one that actually spawns on the surface. We've seen a couple of them already even. They're super, super common. So you can find them literally everywhere, and they'll have just kind of really common loot. It's also actually a name tag in this one, which is pretty good. So they work the same as a mob spawner basically in vanilla. So they're very, very frequent, but these ones can also spawn on the surface too. So I've actually come across a dead oasis biome here, and it actually gave me an achievement when I came across it called a Mirage. Which makes sense because, you know, you think you see an oasis, but it's actually a dead oasis, which is it's a bit unfortunate. But also the pyramid beside it. So this is what a pyramid is supposed to look like on the surface. The one we found was a bit underground, so it didn't generate properly. But this is the entrance here, which we actually had underground in our last one. So this is where you're supposed to come into the pyramid, and then basically you just kind of fight your way through these mobs and go down as normal. So let's take a look at what this one has. I'm going to put down some more of these royal torches. And make my flint and steel. Light these. And if we right click, here he is. The man himself, Atum Moray the 10th. I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna give myself strength again. And boop. That's him dead. And in here we've got, that's really good. That's really good. This is Atum's bounty. So this is a fishing rod that allows you to catch rare fish that you find that you can get in this dimension exclusively. So when you're fishing in this dimension, even though water is pretty rare because you only find it in oasis biomes, you can catch some of the rare fish using this. So yeah, as you can see, there's quite a bit of exploring to be done in this mod, and a lot of good loot that you can find. A lot of good loot. It's really fun, just like adventuring mod. And if you're into like all the, you know, temple raiding and stuff like that, this is a really cool mod to check out. I would highly recommend it. Oh, there's an oasis biome, I think, right? Yeah, there we go. Finally found one. It's really small though. Oh my god. But this is basically the only place where water can spawn in the whole dimension. So what you want to do is once you get your Atum's bounty fishing rod, you can catch the fish in this little pond here. So yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna call this here. I hope you guys did enjoy this showcase. I'm gonna take off the helmet too. That's been the Atum mod. There's also a bunch of stuff I didn't check out, like the different types of armor and stuff. Like you can craft like a whole bunch of stuff here. You can see the desert armor you can craft, I think. And yeah, this is just a lot to check out. So I'd highly recommend this mod. It's really, really cool if you want to just check out like an adventure. It's just a nice little addition to Minecraft. But that will do it for this mod showcase. If you want to go check out the Atum mod yourself, you can check it out down in the description. It's currently for version 1.15.2. I don't think it's been updated yet to 1.16. So if you want to check it out, you have to go back to 1.15. But yeah, super sick mod. I would highly recommend you check it out. But thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you're brand new. That would be very much appreciated. Also, if you want to check out different mod showcases on my channel, there's a playlist down below in the description where you can see like over 90 of them. I've done so many mod showcases, so if you want to see more mod showcases by me, all you have to do is go check out that playlist. That'll do it for me. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.